Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling.
Hello and welcome. My name is Joanna Recinos and I am your host for the Real Estate Talk Show. I am super excited to go on this journey with you all. Just to share a little bit about me, I am a first-generation Latina entrepreneur. I have been in the real estate space for about 15 years now. I actually didn't start in real estate. It's funny how I got into the industry. Never imagined I would be in this industry. A friend introduced me to a job, and I was at a front desk. I was a front desk receptionist at a commercial firm, and my journey has started since then. I went on to be an independent loan officer for a couple years. I wasn't too content with being behind the scenes because I'm more of a people person. And although as a loan officer, you do communicate with individuals, but as a realtor, you connect with families on a deeper level. And I am a people person. So me going into real estate took part in me wanting to be more active in the community and with the people. So with that being said, I have been in the industry for, again, 15 years, and I haven't looked back since. I love what I do. I love helping families, and this is one of the reasons why this show is coming to life. I've always been a very quiet, shy person, always a very shy girl growing up, and through this show, I feel that I'm going to grow with my community, in order to be able to communicate and give the people the knowledge and information that is needed in order to help you make an educated decision when it comes to real estate. So what you can expect throughout the show is that I want to bring to you real life stories, experiences, and bring to you professionals to give you advice of what really goes on behind the scenes of a real estate transaction, because it's not really just buying and selling a property. There's so much more that goes into it. I mean, I always say that when, I go into transaction on a property, whether it be buying or selling, is that it takes an army to make it happen. Talking about, you have a title officer, escrow officer, property inspectors. I mean, you name it. The list goes on, and every property is unique. So my goal is to bring to you advice from professionals that are involved in the behind the scenes of making a successful transaction happen. So now transitioning into what this show is really about, to give you a little bit of insight as to what to expect in the market for 2022. As many of you know, 2021 was an awesome year for homeowners. We saw a significant increase in home values for anyone who owns property here in California. Roughly, on an average right now, homeowners gained about $57,000 in equity alone the last year. That basically accumulates to about 31.1% year over year, which is pretty phenomenal, something we haven't seen in over 45 years. So the market has been great for homeowners. Now, touching into the next phase, which is also a very important factor going into 2022, are interest rates. Are interest rates going to increase? Experts are saying that rates are expected to increase. And a lot of that has to do with the uptick in inflation. Right now, the average 30-year interest rate is roughly about 3.2%. That is still a phenomenal rate looking at historical levels and where we've been. Even though we expect for rates to rise, the upside here is that that may change depending on the buyer demand, because that is currently at an all-time high. Going back to inventory right now is also the lowest it's been. We have under a 3-month supply of homes available for anyone looking to purchase a property right now. And what that basically means is that should no other homes come on the market and all the homes that we have right now are sold, Now, the forecast for 2022 is that home prices are still expected to rise. Definitely not as much as they did last year. However, you can expect an increase at about 5.7%. Maybe higher, maybe not. It's all going to depend on the it's all going to depend on the buyer demand that we have, which currently is at an all-time high. With that being said, the problem right now is that we don't have enough inventory to offset that buyer demand, which is also a reason why home prices have been going up. Now, going into interest rates. Interest rates going into 2022 are predicted to rise. A lot of this has to do with the uptick in inflation that we're currently facing. But again, this is all something based on what the Feds recently released. But just know that the Feds do not dictate where the market is going. They are definitely a source to guide us where we're going into. What's really going to drive what's going to happen with interest rates in 2022 is the demand of buyers that we have. And again, the problem here is that we do not have enough inventory. Currently, we have under a 3-month supply of homes available to offset the demand. And what does that mean for us? That basically represents that should no other homes come on the market from now going forward, and the homes that are on the market now are absorbed by the buyers that are looking to purchase a home, means we will not have any more inventory. So with that being said, it's a great time for sellers if they are thinking of doing something. I know everyone's situation is different. It's not always the right time for everyone, but if you are thinking of selling, this may be a good time for you to seek out to a professional, get some advice, and find out whether right now is a good time for you or not. I know the biggest concern for a lot of homeowners is, if I sell, where am I going? And again, because inventory is limited, we know that is a concern, but there's always ways to go around that. And you as a homeowner have a greater advantage when it comes to selling and buying another property. Now, as far as rates, what can we expect into 2022? Rates may be increasing anywhere between a quarter to 0.5% by the end of the year, which looking at historical levels, buying a home right now, which the average interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage is about 3.2%. Still a phenomenal rate. Your money will go a long way when it comes to purchasing a home right now. And in the long run, this is a good time for sellers if you are thinking of making any type of move when it comes to your property. So I would highly suggest reach out to a specialist and find out if right now is a good time for you. Now going into the third important factor right now when it comes to the market is, are we facing a housing bubble? Will we be going into a high foreclosure status when it comes to homes? And based on what experts are saying, doesn't look like that's what we're facing. Reality is that most of these homeowners that have been in forbearance are now, the majority of them are now out. We have currently under 1 million forbearances in place. What that means is that the majority of homeowners are either working out some type of solution with their lender or are back on track with their payments. Now, will we see some foreclosures on the market? We do expect to see a slight uptick. However, because of the high demand of buyers that we currently have, you're going to see those foreclosures absorbed really quick. So with that being said, if you are waiting for the market to crash or the market to subside, quite frankly, based on what experts are telling us, we don't foresee that coming, especially because, again, we have a high buyer demand. So if you are looking to do anything in real estate, reach out to someone like myself. I would love to be of service to you and help guide you through the process and see if now is a great time. Again, my name is Joanna Recinos. I look forward to you coming on this journey with me. I am super excited about this show. I promise to bring you added value in order to help you make more informed decisions when it comes to real estate. Now, don't forget to download download the Lux TV app, in addition to following me on Instagram. Now, if you have any special topics you'd like me to touch on, please send us a message and I'll make sure to get you the right information. But again, I look forward to our journey together, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day.
Glutathione is a big word. It's the body's own master antioxidant. It's a scavenger for free radical, bacteria, and viruses. There are no products in the market with the ingredient NASET. NASET increases the production of glutathione that's in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system, elevate sense of well-being, support muscle strength and endurance, cognitive function, and liver support. It helps with increased energy and blood sugar regulation. Get your bottle of GSH Plus from